All right, everybody. Greetings. Hope everybody's doing great today. Welcome to week 39 in the Rise of Obticeo. This is a new account that I started in January of this year. Used the Hyperdrive bundle, and I've been updating the account's progress every week. I talk about the plans for the future, show you what characters I'm building, do the upgrades. We're doing these live stream updates now so that people can follow along, ask any questions they have about the account building, about the choices of the characters that I'm investing in. And the priority for this account was really about trying to make an account that was good for the game, for GAC, but also to make sure we can secure the best possible guilds. So we do have more of a focus on guild activities in this account than I have in previous. Doing the clone troopers first and stuff like that. So yeah, interesting stuff. You guys can ask all the questions that you want to ask as we go along. I'm always happy to help people. So with that in mind, let's get into it and see what the account stats look like at the start of this week. It is week 39. Galactic power 3 million. We passed 3 million galactic power last week. I am just astonished. I'm floored that 10 months in on this account, we're already at 3 million. We could easily add another million over the course of the next, let's say 3 months, and we'll be at 4 million and qualify for hard conquest right at a year. It's crazy. Obviously, that's not hard to do if you're buying stuff in the game and you're paying for account progress. But for a free-to-play account, since the Hyperdrive bundle, this has been free-to-play. I really can't believe how fast the galactic power has added up. But okay, there it is. We got 14 relics, 20 zetas, 5 Omicrons already: Qui-Gon, Akbar, Iden, Wampa, and Admiral Raddus most recently. Squad Arena, we're still in top 100 with shock clones. Fleet Arena, Malevolence is still getting us top 10. Pushed out of the top 5, unfortunately, until we get this Profundity. And the project is to get Jyn Erso relicked next week. The energy plan has changed a little bit. I've looked at my Admiral Raddus shards, and I feel like we're about 60 days out on finishing the shards for Raddus. And, we won't finish the journey by then. So if he's the last relic, then I should be able to single farm him. So I have been double tapping that node every day for, 4 to 6 weeks, something like that. But I think we can coast through now on just once a day, just the normal five sims. And that'll allow us to add Vandor to this farming pattern every day. Still have to work on Houndstooth, Bosk, Xanadu Blood, IG 2000. Those are all things that we need for the Millennium Falcon. And, the pilots, of course, are going to help us get Chewbacca unlocked. We're going to need that Han's Millennium Falcon once we get the Profundity, so keep working on those. Throw Vandor in the mix so that once we get that Dash Rendar built, we can also have a Dash team. In terms of fleet, we are still farming the Outrider, the Rebel Y-Wing. Throwing the Raven's Claw as well, we'll start farming that. And again, with the Outrider and the Rebel Y-Wing, we'll continue to farm one or the other of those twice a day, so we keep them on track to finish out. Cantina, we're still working on L3 and signal data. I really haven't been able to invest much in Cantina because of our ambition to continue to buy the high relic materials. The Cantina farms have been minimal. Not many Cantina refreshes going on right now. We've kept up on signal data, but not getting a lot of characters built. In mod energy, I should have changed that this week. We're no longer slicing to catch up. We're back to farming mods. Back to farming speed mods specifically. We'll just, spend some time working on speed mods. And I'm trying a split of 2 and 5 right now. So 5 days a week farming mods and 2 days a week farming slicing materials. Let's see how that works out. The refresh strategy, I am saving a little bit on mod and fleet energy right now just to make sure we get the crystals for these purchases for the Relic 9 materials. Shop plan, same thing as before. Cantina, feeding the shard shop. Guild store, we're looking for Carbantes. We're buying Old Ben. We're getting other good gear out of there too. Squad, we're buying Prestige, little gear sometimes. Galactic War stores, feeding the shard shop. Fleet, we're looking for the Rebel Journey stuff, Biston's U-Wing especially. And still trying to buy Rex's ship out of there when we can. In the Guild event store, we are still looking for Biston's U-Wing there as well. Otherwise, we're working on the Negotiator and Hermit Yoda. And I think I've definitively made a decision with regards to the early farming plan. People have asked a lot, how you should split between the Negotiator and the Malevolence. And with my newfound commitment to saying that a new account needs to stabilize and then build either Executor or Profundity, since you're building one of those as your main fleet, then the best thing that you can do with your Get To becomes 5-star Negotiator, 5-star Malevolence, whichever one you want first, but build both of those ships at 5 stars to be your second and third best fleet, and you'll be very far ahead of most other people in the game at that point. So you don't have to build the Negotiator or the Malevolence out to 7 stars, since neither one of them is going to be your fleet arena fleet. I hope that makes sense. So you're going to have Executor or Profundity anyway. Get both of these ships at 5 stars, and you'll be very satisfied. So that recommendation has changed a little bit from what it's been in the past, but it's based on the fact that you're going to just go for one of the big fleets early. All right, and then talk about bounty hunters. A little bit of bounty hunter real talk. We're working on the 4 pilots: Bosk, IG-88, Cad Bane, and Boba Fett. We need those for the Millennium Falcon journey. And, of course, we're getting Grief because he comes off the same note as the Rebel Y-Wing, so we've got Grief. And he's a good character, and we want him anyway. And because, pilots. But I was looking at that, and we could pretty easily reach for this Mando team. Use Zam to accelerate the speed, Orasang is the lead. I'm just wondering, at low gear, let's say gear 8, 9, something like that on this team, can we get the speeds relevant and timed out so that we can do this Mando insta-kill team? And against opponents with bad mods, we can kill almost any character they have. And if they put a gas team or even maybe a CLS team or something like that, where I can outrun the opposing team and just run up the turn meter and get the instant kill with Mando. CLS team isn't as good if CLS is dead. Well, I'll kill him and then they'll annihilate my bounty hunters, right? So the idea of this team being super low GP is just, can we get it fast enough to dispatch one character and then come in with a different team and clean it up? Could be used, if there's nowhere else, you could use it against Qui-Gon. You could use it against several different kinds of teams where there's one important character. Just get in there, instant kill him, and move on. So that's my thought. I'm wondering if I can get a good quality team at low GP. So I think it's possible, but I want to try it, put it together, see what it looks like, see how it runs before I start recommending that to other people or in new builds. The other bounty hunters can go on defense, and this is all predicated on how fast I can get these characters going. So this would be an idea of the split, right? We've got this Boba Fett, Cad Bane, IG-88. Jango Fett comes off the same node as the Houndstooth, so of course we've got him. Greedo from the Hyperdrive bundle just kind of hanging out there. So it's another bounty hunter that we don't have to build, just kind of automatically get it in the team. And then the insta-kill team is Orasang, Bosk, Grief, Zam for the speed, and the Mandalorian, of course, for that big disintegrate. So see if we can just build that team up, time it out, and make it work to disintegrate one character at low GP. That means that I would have to put my next Omicron onto Zam, And I've got 10 Omicron pieces saved up right now. So halfway to my next Omicron. And I don't really have it committed somewhere else. So, yeah, maybe we could put that on ZAM and try to get another team on offense in GAC. So that's a little bit where the account is today, what we're looking at. Let me catch up on chat over here with all you lovely people and see what you got to say. Our local Renaissance fair has stormtroopers in the color of the Holy Roman Empire. It's mildly hilarious. Nice. That does sound funny. Managed to finally break into Erodium. Did it the hard way with no GL and no executor. Kyber Soze says hello. Merle says good evening. It's good to see you. Teddy Ferry says, how do you divide energy when you farm a Cantina character and signal data? So I'll give you an example. My Loquitur account is a better example. So for anybody who doesn't pay attention to the daily quests, I think it's important that everybody should know in the daily objectives, all the way over here at the right is guild activities, and there's a day that says spend any energy, and there's a day that says spend Cantina energy. So those are the days when you want to hit your Cantina refreshes. So to support my placement in the guild objective and to help the guild just place better, let's go back there again, I guess. So there's two different elements to it, right? The fact that the objective exists at all, the more that you do of light side energy, the better you do. But there's tiers, and the more your whole guild spends toward this tier, you'll climb up tier 1 to tier 7, and the higher the tier, the better the rewards are for everyone. So participating in this literally helps every single person in the guild if everybody focuses on these objectives the day that they're up. So on the Loquitur account, what I used to do on, let's say, a low refresh strategy, on every energy day and Cantina energy day, I would spend refreshes. And if I was good on signal data, I'm looking to have a bank of signal data. I want, maybe 115 of those, 75 here, and 115 here. If I remember correctly, that is one Relic 7 character. 115, 115, 75. We'll take a character all the way from Relic 0 to Relic 7. So as long as I have that in the bank, then anything else can be used on characters. So that's kind of how I ran it. If bank equals full, then farm characters. If bank equals not full, farm signal data. So like here I've got 40, 40, and 50. I am woefully behind my bank, and I can't farm any characters until we get that replenished. On the Obticeo account, I'm actually doing well on signal data. Right over here, we're looking at 153, 118, and 88. So I got that 115, and I got that 75, and I can farm characters. So that's it. That's how I do it. Hope that helps. David says, this is going to be my most material poor month. I finished Profundity and will get 330 shards of Cat, Swolo, Malgus, and SK in this month. Oh, man. You're going to get Cat, Swolo, Malgus, and Starkiller. Ooh. Sounds to me like you're going to be tempted to get the wallet. Nice. Just Another Consumer says, for what it's worth, DL, following your general plan of Profundity first, but Starkiller is actually my first stop. Starkiller's nice, right? I would do Profundity now, because if you did it now, then Starkiller would be double shard drops by the time you did it. So I don't know if that influences you at all, but yeah, for sure. That journey is fantastic. You get good characters, you build a good team. It's a lot of power for relatively low. Let me phrase this in the right way. It's a lot of power for high efficiency, right? You can use Talon, you can use Rendar, you can use Kyle Katarn, you can use Marjade. So every single one of those 4 characters is useful. Star Killer is great. You build the team around him. It's like 0 fat. So, yeah, I like Star Killer. Kyber Soze says, I'm in the same boat with Profundity, Cat, and Malgus. Scary how it all came together at the same time. DL, I used that bounty hunter team you mentioned with Gideon. Or Amanda, Grief, Bosk, and Gideon. Only Bosk is Relic, the rest are Gear 10. Gear 11. Yeah, I originally ran that team with the Gideon as well. So you're saying just run it with the Gideon? And yeah, I think that depends on whether my troopers need Gideon. On this Obticeo account, my troopers are still so weak. I mean, if I take this team in and I don't have Gideon here, I don't have speed. Because Piet isn't even Gear 12 yet. 246 speed on Piet. So if I don't bring that Gideon, these troopers are kind of flat. I mean, if I reliced Piet and got that up and running, it would be a lot better. It's a turn 1 insta-kill if you do Gideon, Boss, Grief. Yeah. Yep. Or Amando Speed Order. I did that on my main account for a long time. The only problem I had, gas can't be crit. So there was like timing Mando well for a gas team against a different team where he could get crits. He would end up gaining turn meter. So I think the moral of the story is if you're going to build these bounty hunters, maybe it's a takeaway to say don't give the Zeta to the Mandalorian, right? Like, I think this skill is the Zeta, right? Each time he scores a critical hit, other bounty hunters gain half the amount of bonus turn meter. Okay. So he gets bonus turn meter no matter what. Yeah, I think I may just leave this skill like undeveloped because I don't want that turn meter. I don't want it. I want it to be the same whether he gets a crit or not so that I can time out the team and just leave it alone. So I guess I have to live with the first 5% turn meter no matter what. But that should be easier to time. But when you get it leveled up, it's, what is it? 30% turn meter, yeah. So all he has to do is get 1 crit. He gets 30%, they get 15%, and your timing gets thrown off. So it was super annoying. I could never get him timed so that, because he has to go fast enough against gas, right? So you have to have him in the right order. So I'm going to try that a little different. Do you treat Finalizer as a defense? No. Oh, heavens no. Heavens no. Finalizer cannot be on defense. Finalizer is like a scalpel, right? If you're wielding the scalpel, it's a finely tuned instrument to do what you want. If you put the scalpel on a table and try to jump on it, you're not going to get the result you're looking for. So, unless you just want to cut a hole in a random place on yourself, I guess. But yeah, no, don't put Finalizer on defense. Finalizer is an offensive fleet that can kill, as far as I know, anything but Profundity. The no turn meter gain thing with Profundity kills Finalizer, but it kills everything else in the game. I'm 4-1 on Arena with Finalizer. Question, should I build an Executor instead? Profundity is too far away. Executor is a lot of effort. Yes, you should build an Executor. Other people are going to build the Executor and they're going to push you out of fleet placement no matter what you do. The finalizer can compete. You can go through the executors and still get top placement if you have a really finished finalizer fleet. But I would still suggest getting the executor. Yeah, for sure. It's so good. And again, both of those ships have really good journeys, right? Like the Profundity and Executor journey give you good characters. They give you stuff that you can use anyway. I'm going to grab SK after double drops. Yeah. I think a lot of people are thinking of it that way. All right, so let's get in here and let's start doing some upgrades. First thing we want to do is go to our journey guide characters. Admiral Radis. Let's go ahead and upgrade here. That was 2 sets of Kairos. So that's going to leave me needing to farm up 2 sets of Kairos for my relic for next week. But, you know, we've got a few in the bank, so I feel like I'm still going to make that target. But that was his 3 Cairo level, so we're through that garbage now, and we don't have to slog through it anymore. We managed to get 200 Carbantes for the week, so we've got 4 Carbante upgrades we can do. We'll take one on Biston here because that's all he's waiting on. Okay, and then he's got a bunch. Oh man, that looks rough for his next level. Yikes. Okay, and then we're not going to lock gear on Admiral Radis yet. We'll take up his stars to 6. Okay, then Cassian, what piece can we lock down here? This is, we can't do that. We need that for the next 2 relics, so we got to wait on him. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. What does Biston need? Oh, he needs these. We can buy those if we need to. Same here. Ooh, 6. We're low on those. These are all 150, 15 cost per shard. Those are always efficient to buy. So we're okay with that if we need to. Hopefully we won't. But we're in good shape. I mean, we got Jyn Erso, at least another week on her. Hera will take me 2 or 3 weeks after that. So I've got a month worth of relicking to do before I have to worry about these guys. So we're in pretty good shape. Let's take a look at the farming section here. Yeah, not much to do there. So we have a decision to make now. We've got these bounty hunters, and we also need to take a look at Ewoks at some point. We've got this 50 RT team that we can put together. So where are we going to spend those fantastic Carbantes? That's the question. That is the question. Where do the Carbantes go best? All right. We might need a level on the Scarab Pathfinder, and he needs a Carbante. We need him for that ship, but we don't really need that ship for the Profundity, though. So we can wait on that. Let's get Chopper upgraded. Let's just promote him. I don't think we really want to upgrade him yet. You know, he's part of the Phoenix ships that end up with Profundity, but don't feel like investing too much in him right now. How much do we want to invest in this character? I feel like this could be a fun Conquest thing to do, right? Also could be good for Grievous. I mean, obviously she can't have Grievous in her team in Conquest. Does anybody have this character? Is anybody using 50 RT? Sort, whatever you want to call her. If anybody's using that character, let me know. Who's the best non-journey solo character to bring to Relic 7 instead of farming a pack? Wampa, Savage, Fulcrum if you like Territory Wars. She's not for Grand Arena. So if you're just talking Grand Arena, Wampa's probably... Wampa and Savage, I think, are the premium 2 now, solo characters. And then Enfys Nest and Old School Kylo Ren are also great solo characters. A little more limited range on what they can do. But yeah, if you just want to slap an Omicron on a Relic character, I think Savage might be the ticket. He's doing some pretty amazing things. I use 50 RT in Conquest, but you can keep her low. What robots are you using with her? Because I was planning to use a team like this, except with IG-88 from the Bounty Hunters. All right. Well, let's go work on the Bounty Hunter teams then, because I mean we can play around with them this week. I keep looking at stuff and it just doesn't feel like I have something that's, you know, really pressing for my gear. So it might be a good week to mess around with these Bounty Hunters. So he's at 85. He geared up because he's super easy gear. Bosk is a character that we definitely want to gear up. So let's hit him with an upgrade. And he does need another stun gun here. But, you know, gear 10. And that's not a real stun gun. That's not a real Carbonti. Wow. This gear tier is like super easy. What is this? What is this? What is this? It's a trap. Okay. So there we go. Gear 11 Bosk. That means we can max out this skill here. So I think we just go over here and just keep clicking until we're done. Upgrade that. 19 out of 20. Oh, so sad. So close. Let's go farm fleet right now. I want it. That ability is so good. Getting that maxed out on Houndstooth is what makes Houndstooth the pain in the butt that it is. Alright, so we'll farm that out. We'll farm this out. That's good. We'll go over here. We will farm Raven's Claw. Do these even have ship Omegas? No, they don't. Oh. We at least got to farm a node with ship Omegas, right? Okay. So what do we have? What nodes do we have that we need that have ship Omegas? At least got to farm a node with ship Omegas. Does this node have ship Omegas on it? No. Huh. Sadness. How about... That's really all we need, right? Yoops! How about furnaces? Some of these nodes have it on, right? Okay. Fleet 5, it's only in Fleet 5. So does that mean like the Mando out here would have it? There we go. 1. We just need 1. I beg of you, 1 ship Omega. Nope. Denied. Alright, looks like we're going to be waiting until next week for that Houndstooth upgrade. Blah. Alright, let's go back to our bounty hunters. We can activate Aura Sing. Ship Omegas are on hard 5 only. Oh. I thought there was another node somewhere, like a good node that actually had it on it. 14 million. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take her up to like 66. Not too much cash, but enough to upgrade. Get things started. We can come in later, play around with mods. Does require... But I mean, we got to get her to the payout, right? So whatever we do has to end up at the payout. Or does it? Yeah, I guess we don't necessarily have to. This gear isn't too bad, though. We can upgrade that, get to her payout. We got to watch the purples. We got 200 of them. So we're okay for now to build another new character. Okay. Sniper. Ooh, down to 166 already. It's so fast. These purples are going so fast. We got to get back into the business of Cantina refreshes here pretty soon. Get those purples built back up. Okay, we can go finish these skills out later. How's her speed looking right now? 144. So 144 with mods, let's say we could get probably 80 pretty easy, right? It's not too hard to get 10 speed on your mods. Let's be conservative and say 70. You get a 30 with your speed arrow and then 4 mods at 10, so 70. 144, 210. And then if we could get Zam to 250, she would get 20% of that, so she would be at 300, and then she would give 60 to everybody else. So Aura could be 144, 70, and 60. All right, so 204. That's not very impressive. That's only like 270 speed. Give her a speed set, would probably be up to 300. So at this level, we'd be lucky to get the team acting at 300. With Zam. So we might have to do the Gideon trick. But the Gideon trick only adds 25% turn meter, right? Because you drain it, you gain back 25%. So you still got to get them reasonably fast. All right. Do we commit to Zam? I don't think we're going to commit to Zam this week. Need to think about that. Let's look at the Mandalorian here. He needs a Carbonti. We've spent our Carbontis. Okay. What's his speed at right now? 135. I mean, it's not horrible, right? Puts us in that same ballpark. Grief Karga. No, 214.86. So what is that, like 128 or something? Still in the same ballpark. So if we get zammed to 250, we can get the whole team up around 300. That's not bad. That can outrun. Won't outrun many gas teams, but not bad. All right. No leader has the contract. Meathead released a kit reveal for Hondo, and it's hilarious. The Hondo kit actually looks pretty good, right? Actually looks pretty good. Yeah, if that's really what Hondo's going to be doing, neutral tag and whatnot, that's interesting. Interesting. What do we need for this? 73. Let's go ahead and go to 73. I'm just curious to see what we can get here. One more gear tier. Nope, not going to get it. Too many of these, I think. Oh, too many of these. Because that takes one and that takes one, so we need more. Okay, let's get back to the characters then and see if there's anybody else with a bunch of green pluses that just wants to get leveled up. Wat Tambor, huh? Wouldn't be bad to get him going. Enfys Nest. We gotta throw something good at Nest. If Padme... No, she needs Kairos, so it's gonna be forever before we level Padme. She needs Kairos and she's not part of a current journey. Alright, so let's do this. Let's just get Nest the gear that we can lock down on her. Give her another partial level here. And that way next time we get one of these, we'll know it goes with Enfys. And, you know, pretty soon we're going to mod her up and get her going. Someday. Then I think we've got some characters that we need to promote, right? We've got extra shards. Several characters here. So we're going to take some promotions. Take a promotion. That way the overflow shards go to the shard shop and we can profit. Stormtrooper Han can be promoted. It's only 4 shards, but it allows us also to qualify him at 7 stars to throw him into a light side TB. You know, whatever that's called. I'm blanking on the name of it right now, but the placement of characters. Let's see who has extra shards down here. Got a B2. He doesn't have extra shards, but he's going to be ready to go someday. Soon. B1's there. Oh, the Tebow. We got tons of shards on Tebow. So let's cash in this Tebow. Alright, convert all those extra shards to shard shop currency. Get another 7-star character that we can throw somewhere. More galactic power for the 4 million rush. Crazy. Alright, fine. We'll promote him. We've got money in the bank. And then I'm actually going to leave the rest of this money in the bank so I can work mods. 3.5 million. Okay. And that should be just about all the promotions that I have to do for today. Trey is very close. Let's go over into ships and see where we want to throw our money in ships. Houndstooth gets another upgrade. Fantastic. Biston's U-Wing on the final stretch here. 28 out of 100. I think we'll be able to buy enough purchases out of the shop to get that done in time. We've got it, you know, ahead of the Outrider now, for example, so I think we're good. Xanadu Blood, IG are... So I was farming these ships at the same time. The difference statistically in the drop rate of these ships is just absolutely bonkers. Like, I'm getting all kinds of Xanadu Blood and I'm getting absolutely none of the IG-2000. That's crazy. Look at that. Hyperdrive Bundle already gave us 5 stars, right? We've only got 48 here. Here we've cleared 85 and we're 46 out of 100. Pretty bad statistically. Over here we just need... I did start farming the Xanadu Blood a little bit ahead of the IG-2000, but not much. Have you ever tried the cam mission with Bad Batch clones? Yes, I made a video on that. My main account, that I used my Bad Batch clones for that mission. Yep. We've got Chewbacca, so we can go ahead and now invest in this Millennium Falcon. Why don't we go ahead and get this thing started? Take Chewbacca up some levels here. There goes my 7 million credits, right? Or 3 million credits that I was saving. Give him a couple upgrades here just so we can get the ship started. Okay. Then we can, let's see, 4.38 million. Put this thing at about level 70. Yeah, we can do better than that. 76 maybe. Alright, and then we can, you know, pop some skills in here. Same thing down here. Couple skill levels. Get the passive going. Oh my goodness, we're building this ship. Look at us go. Another 23,000 galactic power. In a way, it's impressive. In another way, it kind of makes me a little bit sick because, man, I spent a lot of time managing galactic power, and now it's just like, who cares? Blow it up. Feels careless. Careless with my galactic power. Okay, 85's there. Malevolence is fine. TIE Advanced, I feel like all we need is the Zeta skills. Yeah, okay, we got one upgrade we can do here. That needs ship Omegas. Everything's just locked behind ship Omegas right now, so the way it is. Slave 1. Yeah, same thing. We can get one more level over here, but not terribly impressive. Still at level 80. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I think maybe we'll do the same thing. Just kind of park some credits here and wait till next week to see what we've got that we can work on. And the Outrider's just waiting on the Omegas too. Why is that not favorites? Is that favorites? I guess it is. Yeah, these are all favorites. Okay. Okay, it's in the favorites. TIE Bomber we can probably kick out of the favorites, right? Don't necessarily need that up here. Alrighty then. Seems like what I can do in ships. Another almost 60,000 galactic power today. Bonkers. Alright, got some progress on our bounty hunters. We do need to put together a Ewok squad. Have I put together an Ewok squad? Let's do an Ewok check. We would probably put that on defense, right? Create a new squad. From the Ewoks. Chirpa. Elder. And Tebow. Look at that. No Wicket, but I mean we've got all these Ewoks ready to go. We just gotta farm Chirpa. And I know people are gonna spam, you know, farm Wicket, farm Wicket, farm Wicket. If you have a 7-star Wicket, you qualify for an event month. There's so much pressure on my energy with all the ships that I need and everything that I can't see farming Wicket. But we could make a grab for 3PO already with this. And then we probably also need to at least look at what do we need for Jedi Knight or Commander Luke Skywalker? That's Stormtrooper Han, right? Farm Boy, Ben, Leia, and is it R2? Is that the other one in the journey? I feel like that might not be right. I'm blanking on this journey. Is that right? Yeah, it's R2. Okay. So we've literally got everything we need for CLS except old Ben. I've been trying to buy him out of the guild store when he's in the guild store. So we are, let's say, if we got 3 more purchases, I guess 4 more purchases would put me at 99, and I'd farm the last shard and we'd be done. So yeah, we're really close on that too, huh? Wow. Probably finish that up and get the CLS team going in the background somewhere. Those are the right 5? Yes. Alright, good. Try the Chimera event once you're done upgrading the Millennium Falcon. Yeah, I mean, I don't even care about the Chimera, right? Like, honestly, we've got 4 fleets that we're going to have up and running. Malevolence. We'll have the Negotiator reasonably soon. We'll have the Profundity. We'll have a Home 1 fleet. So Executrix or Chimera is kind of like in the background to put with the bounty hunter ships someday. So we'll end up having 5 fleets. Not 5 good fleets, but we'll have 5 fleets. All right. So all that's left to do today, if you guys want to, we can play with mods. Still working on getting my filters down. I gotta sort through. Soze sent me something on good filters to use, but I haven't had a chance to take a look at it yet. Let's do this by unassigned and try to see what mods we can get rid of. I had an error during the week. I don't know how many of y'all had this. But whenever I tried to farm mods, it would crash my game. I would click farm mods and it would just be like, bam, you're done. Back to the loading screen. Accuracy we don't need. Defense with an offense set we don't need. Defense, crit avoidance we gotta try. Accuracy we don't need. Crit avoidance could work out. Protection, we'll see. We'll see. Accuracy. Get rid of these accuracy arrows. 4-dot mods, 3-dot mods. Get rid of that bunk. Sell it all. Ugh. So the ones that have a speed main stat, we want to keep all of those. Speed main stat, yeah, I need all of those. So I can just push them up to 12. Then I can take crit avoidance mods. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still clumsy with the batch upgrades. So let's take these up to 12 as well. That didn't work. That didn't work. Offense with offense. That's interesting. Sell these. Lock this one. Make it to 15. Accuracy? Oh. Yeah, I have one accuracy mod with potency that we lock down. Speed, offense. Okay. This isn't gonna work. Sell that. Alright, so now we just want to look at things with less than 12. Select all these. Upgrade them to 9. Alright, that got 5 speed on it. That didn't get speed. That didn't get speed. No speed, no speed. Bunch of loser mods. Alright, sell those. And we'll take these up to 12. And that's where it annoys me, because as soon as I do that, they disappear. And then I don't get to see them anymore. But what happened? Where did they go? I don't know if they worked out. Okay, so one of them was a blue mod that had speed in the last slot. Was it this one? No. This one. 5 speed. That's not, it's just not impressive. 3 speed, gotta go. Alright, get out of here. What I'm hearing is the Chimera is pointless without the TIE Interceptor. Not much of a boost over Executrix. I set a filter to specifically pull out trash mods. Non-arrow, non-tenacity without speed. That's what I don't like about the new mod system. You upgrade it and it disappears. Yeah, that's the thing that's annoying to me. I don't want to have to go hunting for my mods once I filter them. Oh, that was awful. Get out of here. This one can't even get started with it. Okay. Less than 12. Yeah. Arg. So this and this we upgrade once. No speed, sell them. These blue mods we upgrade twice. No speed, we sell them. Okay, green mods. We upgrade twice and see if they gain speed. We like crit damage. Want to see where that one's going to go. Goes nowhere. Sell it. Sell it. Okay, these get sold. These all go to 6. And we sell anything that didn't get speed. All right. So then we take everything else that has speed. Wait. What happened? These are garbage. Sell them. That one might work out, don't know. Select all, upgrade to 12. Alright. Then we'll look at all the mods. Sort by speed. Offense with crit damage. We're not going to use this one. We're not going to use this one. This didn't hit speed. That's a sad batch of mods. Let me tell you what. Health percent. I don't know. I need health percent mods here somewhere. So we'll hold out hope there. This is crit chance with speed. Not fantastic. Crit chance. Alright, get it out of there. Lord of Hunger says, hey DL, how are you doing today? Doing well, thank you. How are you doing today? Speed with potency and 3 speed. I could probably get rid of that one by now. Ooh. Here's a tenacity mod with... Oh, it's a potency main... Potency set. Everything's garbage. Alright, get out of here. Tenacity here, garbage, defense here, don't know. See if it gets speed. Tenacity we don't want. I really don't want tenacity unless it's on a tenacity mod set. Get rid of all that garbage. Upgrade this by 3, see if we generate speed. Nope. See you later. Upgrade this to 6. Oh man, misses. Misses again. Awful. It could have been so good. Could have been so good. Yeah, I want to see the mods roll. I want to like observe them. We hit speed on that. Missed speed. I kind of miss the part where it rolls. Or like you get to see what's happening with your mods. When you do it this way, it just, you know, they just reappear. No speed on any of this stuff. Force speed. That's not bad. We can keep those for a minute. Alright, upgrade that. See if we get speed. Got 5 speed on both of them? Are you kidding me? And then we got nothing on both of them. Darn. Probably just sell those off. So this one with 5 speed is like one of the only ones we've got that's interesting. Let's take it up. Ooh. And it immediately disappears because we've got a filter on. Arg. Can't manage mods over here. Okay, interesting. So we have to come out here. Look for it. Give it a slice. So sad. Anything else here worth slicing? Nope. Bummer. Alright, well that's the mod work. I'm gonna do circles and squares and stuff like that later. Let's go mess around in Conquest. What do you think, guys? You want to go in Conquest? Gotta play a little Conquest tonight anyway, so might as well show you all what I'm doing. Change level 12 to 13. Oh, nice, okay. Change level 12 to 13. Okay, I get what you're saying, so then the level 12s stay down there. Okay, recover health, blindside, exposes. Some pretty awful mods. Recovering health is okay, but I mean, a lot of times these Conquest characters just kill you in 2 hits anyway, so recovering isn't that great of a deal. I think that's probably the best one for starting out. Pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. All right, let's go in here. CLS. A Vader team should work quite nicely here, right? Because yeah, Vader gets extra speed from the rebels, so we can pop Vader in there. Put the Kylo in there just to protect Vader for the fun of it. Lol says, how we doing? Hey. Good, how you doing, man? Alright, get on in there, kill Luke. No problems. Force crush again. And cull her out. Should be good. Easy peasy. Remember, the feat's got to win without a tank 7 times. So what I typically do when I start Conquest is I take all of my good teams and I fight one battle with them real quick. Like, I try to cycle through all the best teams so that, like, as soon as I start playing Conquest, I start to reduce the, or, you know, start regaining the stamina. Because I find that, I mean, you can do a refresh here and there, but your stamina is really what determines, you know, how far you get in Conquest. So I feel like stamina management is more important than selecting the perfect team. Again, it's my opinion. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong, but that's what I believe. So we'll just get in here, mow down some Conquest teams, get our stamina regenerating, get our energy regenerating. I like you guys saw, it's been on for like 6 hours. I haven't even touched it. So, not great. We get a Padme team somewhere in here that we can use. We'll take that in, try to get the stamina regenerating. They stopped using zombie in all these Night Sister teams. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but like there was Night Sister teams that contain zombie, and now like all the Night Sister teams do not contain zombie because everybody was able to do the feats by killing the zombie 100 times, and they didn't want that, so they're like, well, can't have zombie in the Night Sister teams anymore. Makes the feats easy. So there's no zombie anymore in any of the Night Sister teams. I can grind Maul Mandos down to 0%. You can win with them at 10%. That's impressive. You do the Wat Tambor trick, I take it then? Get your turn first. The Bounty Hunters are a pretty easy team. So whatever you have that's like your feet team. Let's look for no tanks. We definitely have a no tank team with troopers, right? Yeah, the troopers are a no tank team. Hey, why select Piet? I want the team. Select the team. So yeah, anytime we need no tanks, but no tanks. Okay, I don't even think we want a drain turn meter yet. Let's just get over here. I'll link up Ye Old Dark Trooper. These teams still have slow enough speed that troopers can do something. which is pretty fantastic. When you get into hard conquest, the teams are all going at like 16,000 speed, and you know, my getting on my main account was like 372 or something like that. So acting at 392, and I couldn't get a turn. I couldn't get a first turn to save my life. Hard conquest. Bonkers. The Ray teams, for whatever reason, the Ray teams don't have like the excessive over prepared. So the troopers can pretty much beat the Jedi training Ray teams. Maybe at the higher tiers of nope, there's my volatile accelerator. It's hard to pass that up. Ruthless offense is really good too. The damage over times come in pretty clutch. I do like that ruthless offense though. Man, I want to take both. What do you guys think? The accelerator or the offense? I picked normal conquest with 1.3 million, wondering if that was a mistake. No, if you sort through the rewards, if you get like box 2 or box 3 in normal, you've already gotten more than you can get in easy conquest. Easy conquest rewards are just terrible. Accelerator for sure. Make Vader into a killing machine. Accelerator is hard to pass up. Alright, we'll take that for now. Alright, 84 energy left to go. Got these guys. We can do a Vader team here. So let's do our Vader team. But we'll boot out Kylo. Just do it with 3, I think. Should be fine. Got our volatile accelerator now, so should be able to instantly call out Enfys Nest. Try to get Canderous Ordo out of here. Zalbar's very upset. Oh, now I'm very upset. I got the days way too late in the game. Alright, fine. We'll just put on the debuffs anyway. Even though I won't get turn meter because of the days. Shockies. Area effect. Oh, no turn meter. 20 damage over times. I think that's worth a calling blade to the head. Alright, so if there's newer players watching, the Vader team, you get a Relic Vader under an Emperor Palpatine lead, and you should be able to clean up almost anything in Sector 1 normal with that team. When you get into higher sectors, you have to watch out. You have to scan ahead for teams like this. So this team with Malak and Darth Revan in it, with the Scion, these kind of teams you really have to avoid. So if it's on your path, I would say, you know, avoid these teams. Once you get past Sector 1, these teams can stop even pretty good early game teams. Shut them down. Sneeze Central. Pardon me while I blow my brains out. You guys know you can't keep your eyes open while you sneeze? Apparently the pressure that you build up from a sneeze is enough to blow your eyes right out of your head. So you can't keep your eyes open while you sneeze. I've tried it before. I am unable to keep my eyes open when I sneeze. Seems like that might not be myth. All right, these troopers though. My R5 Vader got eaten by bugs. Too slow. The Geos are nasty. Didn't Mythbusters prove that wrong? I feel like I remember that. It's something I would not even want to try. Yeah, I had a friend in college. We tried all kinds of weird stuff. I wore coffee cans around on my feet for a day because he was complaining about the refrigerator, and he was like, there was dust on top of the refrigerator. And I said, I don't know. And he's like, what do you mean you don't know? Don't you see that? And I'm like, no, I'm not tall enough to see the top of the refrigerator, you know. So it was just one of these like fundamental differences. So I was like, what the heck? So I rigged up these coffee cans, and I wore coffee cans around on my feet to see what it was like to be 6 inches taller. So, yeah. That was interesting. Let me tell you what, when you're short and you do that to get taller and you go to the restroom, the toilet is way down there. It's like a mile away. It's incredible. Yeah. Silly things I did in college. I put a fly in the microwave. We trapped a fly in the microwave, and we wanted to see how long it took for the fly to die in the microwave. And man, we nuked that fly for like 3 minutes, and it was still crawling around. And so I finally said, okay, fine, I'm going to take it out. And the fly was still moving, and I reached in, and there was literally no water left in that fly at all. As soon as I touched it, it like disintegrated into ash. That fly was still moving with like zero water in its entire system. Crazy. By the way, you can ruin your microwave if you just microwave nothing. So it's a very bad idea to do that, and I'm probably lucky I didn't destroy our microwave. Oh, yeah. We had a something pretty nasty happen at the house too. It was the water started getting backed up in the bathtub. So we called the landlord and told him, you know, hey, seems like we got a plumbing problem over here. You know, can you send somebody out to fix it? So he arranged to have a plumber come out to fix it and said, well, you know, my guy can come out there, but it'll be a couple days. Well, the house that we were in was this big old corn crib of a house. And there was another person that lived in the upstairs of the house. So he obviously didn't get the memo about the plumbing, and he continued to use his restroom. So by the time the plumber came in, the entire bathtub was full of everything that he'd been flushing for the last couple days. So you want to talk about nasty. Oh my God. Cleaning that bathtub was just like the worst. You know, how many years later and you still remember it, right? Pretty bad. PETA's not going to like that story. Does PETA manage the ethical treatment of flies? I don't know that flies are on the list of things for ethical treatment with PETA. Throw the whole tub out at this point? Oh, God. I could tell you the rest of the story. Yeah. Sexy Rabbit says I'm eating. Damn. I'll tell you the rest of the story. It's, yeah. Meniere's disease, lots of vomiting, also hard to clean out of tubs. Yeah, so I'm a chemical engineer by training. So I was in chemistry and chemical engineering classes in college. And, one of the things that you can use, the bathtub also had like these calcified deposits on it from, 100 years ago, and everybody that had ever used this house that they rented, right? So I decided I was going to clean out the brown stains as well as the deposits. And hydrochloric acid seemed like a good tool for the job, and I had access to hydrochloric acid, so I got a bottle of very highly concentrated hydrochloric acid, and I set up to clean the tub, and I got everybody informed and out of the house, and didn't want to create any fumes that would be a hazard to anybody. Safety first. Don't do stupid things with hydrochloric acid if you're going to create fumes, right? So yeah, we're good. So cleared out the house, got everybody out of there. Didn't do enough chemistry on that though, because it turns out that porcelain is also instantly consumed by hydrochloric acid. So it's pretty much as soon as I set that up, filled up the tub with water, put in the hydrochloric acid, I removed the stains, I removed the calcified deposit, and I removed most of the porcelain. Yep. Wouldn't hydrochloric acid eat through the tub? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It eats the porcelain right away. So I figured out what was happening quite quickly. I got the tub drained, and the tub was very clean. Now, the side effect of this, actually, I'm going to say, there was a net positive benefit to this. You know how porcelain, can be kind of slippery, and even, sometimes you got to put a mat in your tub to keep yourself from slipping and sliding. We didn't have to do that anymore. The tub was very rough on the bottom. It had a nice roughened surface for plenty of traction. So, that was never an issue again. Yeah. Definitely in the category of dumb things we did in college. Let's see. No tanks, right? Where's Chew? P.O.? There he is. We can do this, right? Hydrochloric will eat steel too. Yeah. Yeah, if I'd left it in there long enough, it definitely would have eaten through everything. So yeah, well, really, not the smartest of choices. It made sense though, It on the surface level thoughts, surface level made sense. On a deeper level, not so much. Yeah. All right. So with the volatile accelerator disc, if you guys don't know, you can use teams like this Mon Mothma team. Just get a whole bunch of assists. It puts such a ridiculous amount of damage over times on everything that it just dies. So, like you can see here, you don't even have to have a good team. You just go in there and splatter the damage over times all over everybody from all the assists that you get, and get a win. All right, stim packs, overcharged potency, offense. Ugh, this is all garbage. All garbage. I want Tether Tech or Frenzy Tech. Could be good. Alright, that's it. So I would have to refresh if I want to keep playing. So what I'll do now, I've got a whole bunch of teams on cooldown. So while they're 100% stamina, we've done pretty well with the teams, of course, right? So what I'll do now is I'll wait till tomorrow morning. When I get up tomorrow morning, these teams will all be back to 100%. Then I can play out a refresh and then around noon I'll be able to play out another refresh. So early on, I like to do a couple refreshes and get through that first zone, get my discs built up, get to the zone at the end where I can do feats for Datacron materials, and then I'll kind of slow roll it from there. So that's kind of how I approach Conquest on this low level account. I like to keep my stamina high, and you know, I think last Conquest I probably did a total of, you know, maybe 6 or 7 refreshes for the whole thing. And I got the 5th box. So don't need to spend too many refreshes if you have efficient strategy for progress. How are you, DL? Doing good? DL, did you by any chance co-found a pharma company in the 80s that got bought out by your partner? Do you have a brother-in-law in the DEA? No, but I called the fulminated mercury when he was, you know, taking the white powder in there to the gang headquarters or whatever. I was like, I blurted out what I thought it was, and my wife was like, you know, whatever. And then, like, you know, 30 seconds later, they said the name of the chemical, and my wife's like, you suck. Yeah, that was funny. I enjoyed Breaking Bad. It had a lot of good chemistry in it. The whole blue meth thing, though, is you know, complete garbage. Like, if you have that high purity meth, it would be, you know, pretty much clear or slightly white. It would not be blue. But, you know, they did it for the sake of plot convenience. The coffee maker, too. It's basically a vacuum distillation coffee maker. And when I saw that, I was like, does that really make coffee better? Like, because you lower the boiling point so the water is cooler. And so it's like, oh, okay, you know, maybe that makes better coffee if you don't heat it as much. So I looked into that, and you know, like, coffee professionals are like, meh, that's not going to make that much of a difference. So yeah, I never did vacuum distilled coffee, but it was cool to see. It was cool to see them, like, all the different chemistry stuff they did. Like, the last 2 seasons, I thought, yeah, wasn't a big fan, but up until then, really enjoyed it. All right, guys, I'm probably going to hang it up there. I'm just going to play through the account. I don't know if you guys want to watch me just play. Oh, we still have one thing to do. We still got to go into shipments and buy our droid brains. Got to buy droid brains. It'll be our second purchase of droid brains. Now, you guys remember I told you that I wanted to buy 1 Relic 8 worth of the Aero magnifiers, but then I was going to wait. So my guild put together a mercenary run. So there was a gap between the last territory war and this territory battle. And some mercenaries came over to our guild, and they helped us do the sea pit. So I actually got 7 Aero magnifiers for free, so I went from 23 to 30 on the Aero magnifiers. Pretty fantastic. Halfway there on the droid brains. Only 2 more purchases left on the Aero magnifiers. If we get another mercenary run, then I'll only be 1 purchase away. So I'll leave that alone for now, and hope that we get another mercenary run sometime between now and the end of my journey. That would be pretty fantastic. Did you watch House MD? Yeah. Okay, so oh, this is gonna sound so weird. So I watched House, And the character of House, I like. You know, I like the idea of this like savant genius with, you know, all kinds of problems. It's basically a version of Sherlock Holmes as a doctor instead of a investigator, whatever. So, so yeah, I like the concept of House. But I also run a factory as my job. And as a manager, when I watched the kinds of things that House did at work, there's no way, there is absolutely no way that that would be tolerated. No way. He would be fired 17 ways to Sunday for half of the stuff that he did. There is no reputable company in the world that would have kept him on, no matter how many people he saved, with the kind of junk that he was doing, you know, at work. So to me, within 10 episodes, I couldn't even watch it anymore. It's like, it's so ridiculous. Like I even though I liked the show and I liked the character and I wanted to watch it, it was literally making me twitch. So I quit watching it. I've never watched House since. So I've seen like, I don't know, 6 episodes of House or something. Suspension of disbelief needs an emulsifier. Yeah, you should never have to watch TV that annoys you, right? There's plenty of content out there. So I've been watching this series called In the Dark. And yeah, it's intriguing. It's a very intriguing series. It's a little bit like Breaking Bad in some ways. And, you know, some of the characters even aren't very likable, which I like. I think, you know, sometimes those are realistic characters, right? Those are the people we really work with and hang around with and have to put up with every day. So, yeah, I like that series. I'm into it. My wife is a lawyer and she loves Better Call Saul. I assume lawyers can't watch legal dramas, doctors can't watch House. I don't think that's the case. I think that if like exactly what you said, if the suspension of disbelief doesn't work and you somehow connect with it in a way that's annoying, then you just quit watching it. Like, yeah, I've recommended shows to a friend of mine before, and he, you know, I got through 3 episodes and I quit watching it. And you don't judge. I mean, not every series is for everybody, right? So it's like, if you get into it, you watch it. If you don't, whatever, just find something different. I suppose there's people out there with enough time to watch all that content, but I don't get that much entertainment time that I can watch everything, so I have to choose what to watch. Oop, we already did that. I'm an accountant. I thought the Ben Affleck movie The Accountant was great. Totally my life. Well, anybody who works in an office and you watch the movie The Office, or the show The Office, or the movie Office Space, I mean, those shows are very realistic to the kind of garbage that does happen. So yeah, it's not cut and dried. Like I said, I don't know why, but the House just drove me nuts. Had alcohol in his desk at work. He was taking drugs. He was stealing drugs. He's like, no way. There's just no way. There's no way that would happen. So I lost my suspension of disbelief. Biston's U-Wing, grab that. Up to 32. Gotta get Chirrut out of there. We'll take a look and see if Biston's U-Wing is here. I think we're done grabbing that. That's real tempting. A lot of good stuff. We'll restock a little Cairo over here. 2,600 from that earlier sales today, from leveling up those characters. That's nice. We always save a little bit up here in case we get a Mark IV comlink in there. I think that's it, right? I'm just waiting on the... Oh, we got to do Master Collector still. I never get all 10 of my free things every day. I get in there like twice and get them, and I don't know. I forget to go in there. Inefficient. Fleet challenges. I didn't do fleet challenges. Man, completely off my routine today. Look at that. Thank goodness for daily quests so we don't forget that stuff. I would love to have a boss like Michael from The Office, do very little, never get fired. Well, no, you wouldn't. Yeah, no, I think a lot of people think that doing very little is fun at work. Man, I like to stay busy at work. I like for there to be work to do. And then the day goes by pretty fast, and you get to the end of the day, you feel like you got something done. Yeah. If slacking off at work is boring, like the time passes so slowly. That's crazy. Lazy bosses are terrible for your career, or they're good for your career, one or the other. If you've got lazy boss, here's the key to a lazy boss. You actually go to your boss and you ask him, how can I help? Is there anything I can do for you today? Anything you need from me? You know, you just ask him questions like that. A lazy boss, a truly lazy boss, is going to start forking his work over to you and be like, yeah, I got these reports I need to collate, so, you know, maybe I could give you the spreadsheet and you could have a look. Yeah, sure, I'll take a look. And then like 2 years down the road, he gets fired for being a lazy boss, and they're like, I wonder who we're going to put in that job next. And you're like, you know, for the last couple of years, I've been doing all of his work, so, you know, maybe me. And you can just put up with the lazy boss and then leapfrog the whole thing. Pizza Crust says, yeah, if you want a career, I just need to pay the bills. Overfunction your way into a promotion, basically. Yeah, I had an old boss who told me one time, he said, a promotion is what you get after you've earned it. So I always remembered that, because a lot of people think that they get a promotion because they're doing a good job in their current job, or, you know, they've been there long enough or whatever. And his philosophy was kind of like, you know, do the work, show me that you can do the job, and then I'll put you in the job. So, yeah, it's kind of in reverse of what a lot of people think they deserve. And, I mean, that mentality served me well working for him, so I just told him, you know, what exactly what I was saying. You know, what do you need? What can I do? How can I help? After I got over the 17 objectives thing. There's a story about that somewhere on my channel, the 17 objectives. That was another good life lesson for me from the same boss. Yeah. All right, guys. Enough storytelling for tonight. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. You're an awesome crew. Hit that like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. We don't have many likes up there today. You guys didn't do a very good job with that. So it makes me sad, but hopefully we can fix that. Subscribe if you want to see more like this in the future. And, of course, join us over on Discord. The link is always in the description of the Holocron down below. Just click on that and join our Discord community. Fantastic group of people hanging out, asking questions, giving answers, and generally being a good group of a good community for players, especially for new players. Hope to see you over there. There's also an Ask Loquitur channel, so if you got any specific questions, you can ask me over there, and I'll get around to answering them. All right, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next Holocron.